Welcome to the 2023 VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 Vietnam. This is a race briefing clip. Đà Nẵng is situated on the clear East Sea at the mouth of the Han River, is the third largest city in Vietnam. The city's name originates from the Cham word, Đà Nẵng, which means the opening of a large river. In addition to its stunning setting amid beaches and mountains, Đà Nẵng is also known as a city of bridges. You will experience the most famous of these as you climb and descend the Thuan Phuoc, the longest suspension bridge in Vietnam, connecting Da Nang city center, the outlying district of Sun Cha. Modern Da Nang has grown into one of the most well-designed cities in Vietnam. Home to everything from luxurious beachfront resorts to bold, flavorful cuisine and fascinating historical attractions. Da Nang will become your stunning personal race course. Now let's start the athlete's race briefing. Athletes are required to read the rules and regulations of the race. To view these, check out our official website below. To view all activities during the VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 Vietnam event week, please save the complete event schedule, which has been updated and available at the Athlete Information Guide, AIG. Since weather conditions in Da Nang can impact the race activities during the weekend, it is important to monitor the weather forecast for Sunday to help you prepare for the upcoming race. Please be aware that the sunrise is expected to be at 5:20 a.m. on race date, and the start time will begin after sunrise to ensure adequate visibility and safety for all athletes. As an athlete participating in the 2023 VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 Vietnam, you will receive a race kit containing the following items. Mandatory bike check-in is only on Saturday the 6th of May 2023 with 2 slots, 12 a.m. to 1 p.m. for YPO, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. for age group and relay team at the transition area, Sun Tui Beach. You can bring your gear into the transition area on the morning of the race day. All bikes must be checked in by Saturday afternoon, May 6th and left overnight. Bike checkout is from 12 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. You are required to reclaim your bike and gear after the race. You must have your athlete wristband on in order to claim your bike and gear. For the bike check-in, athletes must personally check in their bikes. Once entering the transition, athletes push their bike to their numbered racking. Then walk toward the timing tent to receive a timing chip and exit the transition area. Once you exit the transition area, you will only be allowed to re-enter the next day. Transition will open from 4 a.m. to 5:15 a.m. Please ensure you leave yourself enough time on race morning as all athletes will be required to be out of transition by 5:15 a.m. Please note that personal belongings such as cell phones, money, and jewelry, etc. should never be left in the transition area, as Sunrise Events Vietnam will not be liable for loss of these personal belongings. Official bike mechanics will be available to support athletes during the specific time frames. Your timing chip will not be in your race kit. You must collect your chip at the exit of bike check-in, before leaving the transition area. Your chip must be worn on your left ankle at all times during the race. If you are unable to start the race, you are responsible for returning the chip. Failure to do so may disqualify you from participating in future VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 Vietnam events. If your timing chip is not returned or is lost, you will be charged $150 for a replacement. All members of relay teams must be present together at athlete check-in. If any member is absent, the team will not be allowed to check in, without exceptions. Timing chip is the relay baton. Each team member must fasten to their ankle. Timing chip handover in the relay tent. All relay team members must wear their wristbands, but only the run leg member must wear the bib number. On the race day, swim and bike members can run through the finish with their runner. All must be wearing their relay team wristbands. Swim and bike team members meet the runner at the gathering zone near the relay team tent at the transition. Athletes must follow the prescribed course. It is the athlete's responsibility to know the course. Athletes must cover the prescribed course in its entirety. Failure to do so will result in a disqualification. If an athlete must exit the course, he or she shall re-enter the course at the same point of departure before continuing. Swim course. The swim will have a rolling start at Sun Tui Beach, following a T-shaped swim course in a clockwise format. The swim ends heading back to the beach, leading to the transition area at the beachfront. Safety officials in yellow tops with "Water Safety Officer" written on their apparel will be monitoring the event. Should you require assistance while swimming the course, please raise your hand above your head and wave to get their attention. Should at any point an athlete decide to abandon the swim, they will be taken to an extraction point. The athlete needs to hand in their timing chip to the staff. If you don't believe that you can complete the swim in the time you selected during registration, you can downgrade your swim cap color to indicate your appropriate zone upon athlete check-in. Athletes may not exchange for a faster zone. First-time or athletes in need of special assistance on the swim should wear white swim caps and line up at the end. White swim caps are available at the white tent at the swim start on race morning. Upon completing the swim and exiting the water, athletes will run on the beach across a timing mat and through the showers. On entering the transition, individual athletes will run toward their bike while relay team members will run to the relay tent to transfer the timing chip. Then the cyclist will run to their bike. Only after the chip and ankle strap has been transferred can the bike leg athlete go to the bike rack to begin the bike portion of the event. Note: your helmet must be worn and clipped on before you can start moving your bike. Failure to do so may result in disqualification. Run with your bike to the bike mount line. Do not mount your bike prior to the line. Please be cautious of others when mounting your bike. Please stay right after mounting your bike. The 90 km bike course starts within the Sun Tui public beach lot adjacent the Hyatt Regency Resort and Spa. Athletes exit the transition turning right and proceed north, parallel to the beach on Trong Sa. Proceed 11.2 kilometers before turning left at La Van Luang. Travel 1.5 kilometers to the roundabout on La Duc Tho turning right. La Duc Tho will take the athletes over the Man Quang and the Thuan Phuoc bridges. After the Thuan Phuoc bridge, the athletes will start the Nguyen Tat Ton M loop starting on the most right lane, next to the seaside. Each direction before a U-turn is 11 kilometers. Note: after the third U-turn, athletes can expect minor public traffic in the same direction heading toward the Thuan Phuoc bridge. Caution is to be exercised by all from the third U-turn. After the M-loop has been completed, athletes stay right and continue straight over the Thuan Phuoc bridge, returning to the east seaside. Athletes proceed on La Duc Tho directly to Hoang Sa and turn right proceeding south parallel to the east beach. Athletes proceed 10.4 kilometers and continue past the transition area towards Hoin. At 6 kilometers after transition, athletes U-turn, proceeding back towards transition. This completes the 90 km bike leg. Aid stations are approximately every 12 kilometers on the bike and will offer water, clear bottle with a black cap. Electrolytes, clear bottle with a red cap. Gel, available in selected aid stations. To minimize the possibility of infringing the rules and thus avoiding a visit to the penalty box, please observe the following. This is a non-drafting race and is strictly monitored. Remember, if you ride on the left side of an athlete without passing or ride on the left-hand side of the bike lane when clear of other athletes can result in a blocking penalty. Keep 12 meters between yourself and the cyclist in front of you, front wheel to front wheel. Pass on the left of the cyclist in front, never on the right. Complete your pass within 25 seconds. Past athletes must drop back immediately to 12 meters distance and ensure you have dropped back the full 12 meters before repassing 12 meters. A technical official will advise you of any penalty and timing incurred by calling your number, advising you of the nature of the infringement, and showing you a card. It will then be your responsibility to serve the associated time penalty at the penalty tent. Yellow card means 30 seconds penalty for blocking violation. Blue card means 5 minutes penalty for littering and drafting violation. 3 blue card violations will result disqualification. Penalty tent is located before the dismount line in transition. After exiting the bike course to return to transition and moving to run course, please note that dismount before reaching the dismount line and walk your bike back to your designated position. Racking the bike correctly by its seat, the front wheel must be facing outwards. Your helmet must remain on and secured until your bike is racked. Failure to do so may result in disqualification. Athletes will change to their run gear on their bike or at the designated change area. Exit out and complete the run course. Relay transition rules are the same. The 21.1 kilometers run is a single loop course that you will run clockwise. Upon exiting transition, you will proceed in the same manner as the bike section, turning right, parallel to the beach on Trong Sa. You will head north to reach a single U-turn point, then run back to the transition area and continue towards the finish line. Please expect very hot and humid weather. Don't forget to keep yourself well hydrated at all times. There will be 8 run aid stations along the run course. Run aid station will offer water, Aquarius electrolyte, food, Coke, gel of Coda brand and medical support for athletes. Please note that finish line is for athletes. Friends, family members, and/or other spectators are not permitted to cross the finish line or enter the finish chute with participating athletes. The participating athletes will be disqualified if their supporters violate the policy. Relay team members can also wait at the gathering zone near the relay tent in the transition area to join the runner on their way back to the finish line. Once you cross the finish line, you will be guided by volunteers towards the designated recovery area that is exclusively reserved for athletes. The recovery area will offer water, fruits, isotonic drinks, ice pools and massage. At the finish line, your timing chip will be removed and you will be presented with a finisher shirt and medal. A post-race meal will be available in the residence garden from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on Sunday the 7th of May. This will be complimentary for IRONMAN 70.3 individual athletes and relay team members only. Event bag will be ready to pick up outside the finish line. Once you are out of recovery zone, you cannot re-enter. For the safety of athletes, event medical teams are available on-site venues and on course during the race. The race will officially end 8 hours and 30 minutes after the final athlete enters the water via the rolling start. The swim course will close 1 hour and 10 minutes after the final athlete enters the water. The bike course will close 5 hours and 30 minutes after the final athlete enters the water. There are 3 intermediate cutoffs at the bike course. The run course will close 8 hours and 30 minutes after the final athlete starts the swim. There are 3 intermediate run cutoff. Any athlete or relay team member that takes longer than 8 hours and 30 minutes to complete the entire course but crosses the finish line before the run course is closed will receive a NC, not classified, in the race results and will not be eligible for age group awards or for world championship slots. A team of 2,000 local community volunteers is providing support for the race. Kindly remember to express your gratitude to the volunteers after the race, as their contribution is invaluable, and we couldn't achieve our goals without their assistance. The 2023 VinFast IRONMAN 70.3 Vietnam Awards presentations will be held on Sunday the 7th of May 2023 at 3:30 p.m. at Residence Garden. If you are on the podium and are unable to collect your trophy, please contact the event organizer within 24 hours after the event. We will offer 34 slots for the 2023 IRONMAN 70.3 World Championship in Lahti, Finland as below: 30 age group slots. 2 YPO, 2 for top Vietnamese male and female athletes. If you do take a slot, you will need a photo ID and be prepared to pay the €650 registration fee and 10% active fee at that time. Only Visa and MasterCard accepted. Any slots from non-age group categories that are not taken will be reallocated to the largest age groups. So get out there and race your heart out, people. Good luck and see you at the finish line.